And we are live. Hello, it's Jake's Metal Chat. I hope you're all well and staying safe. Been a while since I've done a chat in a while. Well, haven't had many guests because people have been going on tour and gigs, and I understand that. But this is a different one. It's a in-person one, and I am with a very good mate of mine, David.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
Fine, and you're looking at me weird. This is David. He owns this marvelous shop, Black City Records, that I've spoken about on so many occasions in my videos, and I don't know how much money I've actually spent here.
A lot.
A lot.
It's been a bit.
He hasn't tallied it up, so I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
So, cheers to all you crazy people out there.
Charles.
He's got his Nuki Brown, and he's given me some Heineken, aka Jeff Hanneman juice, because that was one of his favourite beers. And we've got one viewer so far, and hopefully this is not lagging.
Who is it? Do we know?
No, it never tells you. Nope. It just says who's viewing on what thing. But anyway, how I start off these chats is feels weird with no people in it and no music. Where did your music journey begin, and how did it get into this glorious music that we call metal?
How did I get into metal?
Yeah, basically, where did it start for you?
It was back in 1988, and
Good year for metal.
It was a very good year for metal. And I just bought a blind purchase in a shop. Back then, believe it or not, W.H. Smith's was really good for music.
Not as much. No.
Not as much now. And there was racks and racks and racks of cassettes, and they all had white spines. But there was one that had a black spine, and I pulled it out, had a look, and I was just taken by the cover of it and bought it. And it was Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden.
Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden.
So, got that. It was just really taken by the artwork and the music and pictures of the band and lyrics and whatnot, and then just started discovering more Iron Maiden. Then a couple of weeks later, picked up my very first copy of Kerrang.
Wow.
When Kerrang was good.
When it was good. I remember that.
And just read through all these bands that I'd never ever heard of, and this is obviously pre-internet, so there was no way of you being able to
just going on it and
just going on and finding out who these bands were.
It was hard.
It was very hard. But who was in there? I think it weirdly had Poison on the cover.
For you,
yeah.
For you glam metal fans.
But on the back there was an advert, and it was an advert for Harvester of Sorrow by Metallica.
Cracking song.
So love the picture. Love the logo, even the name was brilliant. So I just went out and picked that up, and it kind of went downhill from then, really.
Well, you say that a lot, downhill from there. To take a page out of Ken from Ken's Death Metal Crypt, got the metal, and my life's just gone downhill.
Downhill.
Because I got the metal around 2003, I heard about it in 2002. Someone played the air guitar compilation CDs, if anyone who is my age remembers that. From primary school, and the air guitar was had that one guy doing an air guitar, and then I found more bands like that because one of my brother's mates, Richard, got me into Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Iron Maiden as well. Because my first album was Seventh Son of the Seventh Son.
Yes, that's
the first album I ever bought. Actually,
they were when I was just getting into it. They were just on the brink of releasing that. And I went to my first gig later on that year in December and saw them tour.
Nice.
Seventh Son at Wembley Arena.
And how old were you then?
I was 14.
Damn.
That gives my age away.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's an age gap between us metalheads here.
There is.
Because I was born in the year of 91.
91? Wow.
Which death metal was very popular then.
Yeah.
In the early 90s.
Yeah. By then, I was obviously a few years older and was traveling around on my own and going to gigs in London quite a lot. And around 91 was when the death metal explosion really, really happened.
Yeah, I guess just.
I think it was It's weird looking back actually, because I think Sepultura and Beneath the Remains kind of kicked that off to a degree.
Yeah, that was
And
89
then-
that album.
Yeah, and then people, you know, that kind of opened the doors for bands like Obituary and Pestilence and Death and Morbid Angel and all of that kind of good stuff. So I was right in the thick of that in London when all of that was going on. So saw some amazing bands.
Yeah,
Playing some of their best albums as well.
and I missed a lot of that, unfortunately for me.
Saw Death with Chuck. Saw Morbid Angel. Tour Blessed of the Sick. Bolt Thrower tour War Master. Napalm Death when Barney first joined. Oh my god, loads and loads.
Loads of bands that I haven't seen now. I've seen Morbid Angel. Well, I saw Death, but it was Death to all. So
yeah.
Members of Death coming back to do stuff.
Yep.
So no Chuck, but his legacy lives on.
Yeah, seen. Oh my god. Paradise Lost playing pretty much a pub. And all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah,
It was a good time. It was a really, really, really good time.
Yeah, I wish I was born a little bit earlier so I didn't experience all that. But obviously, I had to look on YouTube for like old footage of gigs because I found one of My Dying Bride playing Bradford in 1991 when they just like a year after they formed.
I saw them on that tour actually. I think they were supporting Paradise Lost. Or it might have been Anathema actually.
Yeah, it was like
it was one of the two bands, but they were supporting them, and they'd released they self-released God Is Alone as a 7-inch single, and that's what they were selling at the gig. Yeah, but they were very unique at the time.
Right, yeah, Anathema.
Yeah,
because it wasn't standard death metal vocals. It was more. It was like somewhere between clean and that, but
yeah.
Prime example of that, November's Doom.
Yeah,
with Paul, who does death metal vocals, but his vocals, you can actually understand what he's saying. Okay, that was the one thing to say. It's supposed to be death metal bands. It's like, yeah, I can't understand what you're saying. It's like, that's what we've got lyric sheets.
Exactly.
Look at the lyrics. We keep saying that. Look at the lyrics, but then I get a bit lazy to read. Speaking of all that, were you ever in bands? Did you ever join bands?
No.
Never ever went into that?
No, never tried. I had a drum kit once for a couple of months before my mum got sick of it. And that was about it. I've always just been an enthusiastic listener and consumer rather than even having the urge to want to play. Doesn't actually interest me at all.
Fair enough. I mean, I like playing music because obviously I'm looking over at patches and my band's patches on the wall.
It is.
Everyone knows my band because I've chatted about that too many times. We're not going to chat about my band. We're going to chat about you, the shop, which we'll get to. Because you showed me a footage of you back when Carcass played the Marquee in London, and you managed to spot yourself in the footage.
Yeah, it's Carcass and Cathedral, I think that gig was. And that was at the Marquee on Charing Cross Road. I think that was 92. But yeah, I remember getting right at the front. Because Carcass were probably my favourite band at the time. So I stood right in front of Jeff Walker.
So. Jeff Walker with his... Did he have his dreads then?
He had super long dreads.
Yeah, because he had dreads and it was hair and then it was dreads and
the hair came
a little bit later.
Heartwork.
Yeah, he just thought, I've had enough of my dreadlocks. Because I remember watching an interview with him when they played, I think it was the Full Hate Festival they did with Gorefest, Death, Cannibal Corpse. And I thought he cut his hair, but no, I think he tied it up in a bun and he had it in a beanie.
They had just released Necroticism at that point.
There's a tongue twister.
They were touring that. And I bought my copy along actually and got it signed by all of them. So
that's good. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I've still got it.
Don't ever get rid of it. It's got their names on it.
Yeah.
Just looking at now about Pungent Stench. Did you ever see them?
I've never seen Pungent Stench actually.
Did they ever play the UK? I think
they
played the UK.
I think they came over with Brutal Truth around.
Yeah, Brutal Truth and Carb.
Yeah, about 94, maybe.
Yeah, they did a tour of those 3 bands. Love to have seen that.
I saw Brutal Truth when they first came over.
Nice.
They were great. But yeah, I'd never seen Pungent Stench, which is a shame because I really liked Been Caught Buttering. That was a
Been Caught Buttering. I said that very Bristolian. Been Caught Buttering.
That was, it still is a very good album. Actually.
I got that, and I got the compilation CD of all their demos, like 88, 89, because they formed in 88.
Yeah.
I know. I do a lot of research. I do. Well, keep looking at the views. We got a like and a love reaction. I'm not sure who they're from. Let me just.
Mental people.
Probably one of them is my mate Richard Dursley. How are you doing? And London Skies. London Skies. That sounds
Sykes.
like Sykes the Skies. I don't know. But Richard Dursley, I'm doing a slasher film with. Can't say too much about that yet.
Is that the one you were filming?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm filming. And I got the part of no one with lines. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I have no lines.
I won't say anything.
Well, we're still filming it.
I know what part you play, though.
You know what part I play, though.
Yeah.
But, we still got a lot more to do. But, yeah, we're not talking about film. But yeah, you went to all these gigs that I've learned about. It's like, I wish I'd gone to these shows. But I was born too late.
But you'll look back
at the shows I've done,
the shows
I've been
now, and some of the shows that you've done now and probably are still doing will be looked back on as being these legendary shows.
Yeah, because
it happens all the time.
I remember seeing Lamb of God in 2009 at the O2. And speaking of that, Randy was in his shop a while back, Mr. Randy Blythe, and I stupidly came out with, "It's an honour to meet you," like a complete idiot. He was probably thinking, "What a dumbass."
I don't think you were expecting it.
I wasn't expecting it. I just saw you chatting to someone. I thought, "Who the fuck is this?" And then came in and went, "Oh, it's Randy Blythe."
He was very nice.
He's very chilled out. Very chilled out.
Nice
if you ever meet him in person, he's very nice to talk to and ask you about how long the shop's been open. Nearly 2 years.
2 years next month.
2 years next month in April. And to get on that, what made you want to open this amazing shop?
I've always wanted to. Always wanted to open a record shop. And lockdown kind of provided the impetus to do it, really, because I was on furlough and just didn't want to go back to work.
Yeah, you had a different sort of
I was
job.
just working doing an office job, which was just rubbish.
A lot of people will feel your pain on that.
Yeah, so just thought, sod it, we'll give it a try.
Give it a try and
see what happens.
Nearly 2 years later.
Had faith in the Bristol metal scene, it would come out and support, and it has.
Yeah, because I remember chatting to you at the Griffin like 2019 or something. Yeah, it would have been 2019. We're just chatting all about these bands, and then another gig you went to was Dismember in London.
So Dismember, that was in a pub actually.
It was like 93 because they had to go to court about the album.
Yeah, they went to court over, was it Pieces?
Pieces, because they had their severed heads.
Yeah, and they were really, really late for the gig. But everyone knew that they were coming, so everyone went and sat in the pub.
Just go to the pub.
And then the band literally came back.
Let's play some death metal.
Came in the pub and said, "Yeah, let's play some metal." And the band and the whole audience walked across the road and
just play some. Then fans listen to death metal, then to play it because another mate of mine, Stuart, owns a shop in Glastonbury called Weird Raven. Mm-hmm. He was at that same gig, so he remembers that night very well.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. They were just coming up at that point. Entombed had really made a mark.
Entombed,
and Cadver, but it was. But yeah, Dismember were just starting to really make waves after the release of Ever-Flowing Stream.
Like an Ever-Flowing Stream, and then there was Indecent and Obscene, Massive Killing Capacity.
Yeah, Indecent and Obscene, I think, was named after all the trouble they had with court.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because on that cover, everyone knows that cover is a person's torso. It's got a logo in it, and his intestines just showing.
That's right.
But that's death metal.
That is death metal.
It's 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 death metal.
It's
It's death metal. And we're just prattling on. That's what happens on these chats, which is what's great about these chats. But yeah, the shop. I remember the opening day because I literally got out my house.
You were here very early.
I was here very early, like
before me.
8:30.
Yeah.
8:30, 9 o'clock, because I went to the Sainsbury's down the road to get something.
I think when I got here, there was you and Simon.
And then the 3 other guys who've been waiting there since 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Ollie and Mason.
That's the ones.
I can't remember the third one.
That was, yeah, I just thought, I'll get there, but obviously it was still around like.
They got here at 5:30.
5:30 in the morning, and there's me and Simon were like, more sensible. Let's get her at a much later time than that.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, I'll get there, go to the shop, get some food. But I ended up coming back again.
I think I remember what you bought. You bought Trouble.
I bought Trouble, Morbid Angel, Resurrection.
Yeah.
Devon Townsend.
Did you buy Sanguisuga?
No, I didn't buy that one.
Oh.
I think I bought that later.
That was out the day before.
I know, wait, I bought it later on. Because that good friend of ours, Elliot Lever, bought that first.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the 2 albums that were released on that day were Violence Unimagined by Cannibal and
I've heard that.
And the Sanguisuga album. So they both did really well that day.
Sanguisuga. Again, if no one is familiar with the band, check them out because I'm looking at their vinyl right now. Their new album. I'll go out and get it if no one's got it. Because as soon as we're in the shop, this one.
That's
Homicidal.
One of my favourites from this year.
So one of my favourites, Homicidal Ecstasy. Really good, really, really great. Yeah, because I got this, put it on, and then thought. So, because I saw him last year actually at the Griffin. Because I'm hoping to get Devon on here soon, hopefully. And but yeah, because also last year we had the anniversary show.
Yes.
But there was an acoustic set where we are roughly sat at the moment.
Yeah.
With who was it? Flintlock.
We've had
Dead Space Chamber Music.
We had Flintlock, which is my good friend Kale. Dead Space came down, did some stuff. Matt from Blaspheme did a short piece. I think that was it. And then when it was on to the Griffin.
And on to the Griffin, like who was it? Burial.
It's up there. Burial. Nefarious Dusk, Andraka.
Devastator.
Great
band, check them out.
Brilliant band.
And
Blaspheme.
Yeah. Got some comments. Who's this one? Andrew. Yeah, it does rip. And what else did he say? Looking forward to the new Frozen Soul record too. Yeah, so am I. Because I got to see it with Dying Fetus back in January.
How was that? It was good.
January, February, was it?
Was it January?
February. No, February. So a month ago. But yeah, got to see them because I've had them on the chat as well.
Yeah.
Along with...
they were very good. Very bolt thrower.
Yeah, very bolt thrower. Also Fred Epsby from Dismember Island on there as well.
Nice.
He's cool as rapper because I got to meet him in Sweden actually 2019.
Nice.
Scandinavia Death Fest. That's it.
Nice.
But yeah, there's some records right behind here. Some first pressings.
I think they were all first pressings.
Those are all first pressings, but I'm going to pick this one up because it's one of my favourite albums by Candlemass. Nightfall. This one, which is 50 quid. Which is good because this one's from 1988, even though the album came out in 87.
Yeah.
But I got to see him in 2017 at Netherlands Death Fest 2, do that entire album.
Nice.
Only thing is they did not have Messiah Markelin, which is a bummer, but I guess he just doesn't do live music anymore. But
Tis what it is.
Tis what it is, and I've been getting likes and loves. I just kept okay. Chris from Scorers, and my friend Kat, because I know her boyfriend Steve, who I mentioned his folk metal band earlier. Folk band Semras. Yeah, Steve. They're living in Australia now. I don't know what time it is for them.
It's going to be very
Very early or very
early.
late. But thanks for tuning in. You didn't have to, because it's down the other side of the world.
It is the other side of the world.
And obviously,
Literally the other side.
and Australia's got some great bands as well. Because one of our friends, Adam, who was there earlier. It's from Australia. So we got bands like Bestial, Warlost. Who else? Another good band from Australia.
Men at Work.
Men at Work. If you have a little bit of a dance.
I think the first Australian band I ever heard was Mortal Sin.
There's a band, Mortal Sin.
Yeah.
One of my favourite bands from Australia is Mournful Conjugation. Funeral Doom.
Yeah. Nice.
Funeral Doom up the butt. As you do. Dead Space Cherry Music is in.
They said hello. They've just been here.
Tuning in live.
They're tuning in live.
They're tuning in live, and
Good.
who else is?
Good to see you.
My mum's
That's
just.
your
My mum
mum.
just liked
Your
it as well.
mum.
Thanks, mum. Embarrass me as per usual, as she does, as mothers do.
Mothers are lovely.
And of course, you lost your dear mum.
I lost my mum last year. Yeah.
And there's a really cool picture of her wearing a battle jacket.
Yeah, that was my old battle jacket. It's no longer alive. The battle jacket either.
Oh god.
I deconstructed it.
And obviously she was a big supporter of the shop.
Yeah, she always loved the metal scene actually. She wasn't obviously mind you, she had this weird thing for Wasp.
Yeah,
she loved
Wasp.
But no, she loved the people in it and you know how we all stick together and are a big family.
Not just one big family metal scene, even. But yeah, you get the odd idiot in the metal scene, but
you get idiots.
You get idiots everywhere, and then you get complete weirdens, such as myself.
Oh, you're not weird.
What?
You're just cuddly.
I'm just cuddly. I'm just a cuddly teddy bear, apparently.
Yeah.
And I always come to this shop just to keep him company because it was on his own. Well, except for a statue of Ace from Kiss up there. But yeah, because this shop, you got all original pressings.
Yeah.
New pressings, there's CDs over there, tapes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get test pressings. And there's a test pressing of Possessed, The Eyes of Horror.
Yeah, Possessed. It's a Halloween test press next to it. Had test pressings from
I did see.
Opeth and Emperor.
Emperor.
They've all gone to far-flung places.
How you managed to get those test presses, I haven't got a clue.
I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you.
You heard it live, folks. Get rid of him now. but yeah, this shop's cool because you can just come here, relax, have a chat. And I would pick my laptop up, but I just don't really want to.
I think that was always part of the thing for opening the shop, was to make it somewhere where people could hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
And just a bit of a sort of
bit
of a hub and we've seen people develop friendships there and musical projects and all sorts. So,
just having a right laugh, really.
Yeah, it's nice. So
it's nice that the shop's here because before this shop, I always went to another shop called the Rock Shop.
Yeah,
and that's John's shop.
Yeah,
and I went to St. Nick's a while back. There's people talking in the background, and I was out with some people, and I was thinking, is the shop still there? Looks like it's still there.
Rock Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still there. It's not gone anywhere. Luckily, because I've been meaning to go back there, and I always come back here because like the only time I ever come to town now is here
and Griff.
The Griff, or when there's a gig on. So here, Griff, gig, depending on where the gig is.
That's all you need.
If it's at the Griffin, then I don't have to go anywhere.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, because
that's all you need.
That's all you need is this place, the Griffin, and that's it.
Yep.
Which I don't know if John has not tuned in, but if he does, cool.
John's very busy at the moment.
He's a very busy man.
Very busy man.
He's a very busy man, and that's John. he's just a busy man,
Mm.
and he's been here a few times. I know that.
Yep.
Also, on this site, you can see T-shirts. It's not just CDs and patches and tapes and vinyl and there's all sorts. Really, he's got Walkmans. Who remembers Walkmans?
Mm.
Why the Walkmans?
So one of our customers, called Craig, he buys old vintage Walkmans, which are generally better than the new ones that are being produced. And he reconditions them and refurbishes them and changes all the belts in them, makes sure they're all, properly lubricated and working properly, and then he just sells them on. So this is just a little place where you can pick them up, because we sell cassettes as well. So
I would bring this forward and see, but I might have to get up and show a tape.
But yeah, they're all in great nick, and they're all from the 80s and 90s. So
yeah, because I jokingly said if I ever get a part in a film where I have a Walkman, I'll just come in and buy one.
There you go, sorted.
And just like, what takes them this?
We've got blank cassettes as well.
Yeah, blank cassettes for anyone that wants to put a demo on a tape. Demo tapes.
Demos.
Who does that anymore? There's still bands that do it.
It used to be the thing back in the day.
Tape trading.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's way after me. Way before me, and then afterwards it's like now you just download stuff, or like from Bandcamp.
Tape trading was, back in the day. Tape trading was a bit more. It just held a bit more weight to a degree, because
to an extent, yeah. Because
you were getting it from somebody, so it was somebody's personal kind of recommendation, and they'd taken the time to do it for you. Whereas opposed to now, you've got 1,000,001 Bandcamp releases every other day.
And the Bandcamp Fridays.
Yeah, and sometimes it just gets, things just get lost. So
exactly,
you don't have the concentration to put into music that much anymore.
Not really, because like I said, going back to Ken's Death Metal Crypt, which I couldn't send in this tell him about this video because he's not on any other social media now. It's just on YouTube, but he's going to probably see it. He's got tapes from when he did tape trading back in the day, and he hasn't got rid of a lot of them.
No.
And sometimes some people do like giveaways, and he puts like songs from certain bands on a blank tape and just sends it over.
Yeah, people used to trade like live gigs as well. So you would take like a Walkman along to a gig, and if you could sneak it in, try and record it.
Of course.
So yeah, I've got old live cassettes of Paradise Lost, even early Metallica gigs. Who else? Anathema. Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth, there you go.
Yeah, loads of Napalm Death. Yeah,
Napalm Death. Yeah. There's just so many bands that you can get tapes from, and obviously Ken's got all these. He's got tapes that he got at shows or was given to, or because he's done. What else has he done? He's done a series called Into the Crypt, which he talks about a defunct label which has gone through different names. It's called Extreme Music now, and then it was called Repulse Records, and then back then it was called Drown Productions.
Yeah,
which is David Rotten from Evolved.
Okay.
His old label. He talked about that and all the different. I thought, because this is where I get a lot of my new bands from, even if the bands that haven't been going for a long time. I just check them out. I thought, these guys are great. And of course, I've had Ken on the chat.
I've seen, yeah.
He's a nice guy. And then my longest chat still is Cam Lee from Massacre. He did the talking the most. I didn't.
Saw Massacre back in the day.
Yeah, because you gave me that poster of the European dates.
Yeah, that was.
But you saw the London date.
I saw the London date with, I can't remember who.
Demolition Hammer and Grave.
It was definitely Demolition Hammer. I don't think Grave came to the UK.
I don't know, I just done the European line.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Whoever it was, it might have been amazing.
Well, it might have been Grave, and Demolition Hammer might not have come.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? But got to see Massacre a year ago in London.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally got to see Autopsy as well.
Yeah, they were a band that always eluded me, actually. And I only got to see them 2016, sorry.
Oh, you saw way before I did.
Yeah.
Because I went to London to UK Death Fest. Because you've had his stuff here. Jurgen, Gone in the Rise, he had his Skies from the Abyss.
Oh, Shrieks from the Abyss.
Shrieks from the Abyss. Fanzine.
Yeah.
And I got me him at Bloodstock finally, and then I saw him again at UK Death Fest.
Yeah, nice.
Because he likes that. Well, he likes all sorts. But yeah, I finally got this Autopsy. Because
Autopsy were the first death metal band I ever heard.
And what a band to start with.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trial by fire.
In death metal.
But yeah, I'd never heard anything like it at that point.
Because they had the death metal, but they had that very doom sound as well. And I was talking to a mate of mine, Russ Barron.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how a lot of the Swedish bands were influenced by them.
Yeah, I think
a lot of them were. M2 would have been.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think they influence more people than we like to think, actually. And they've always been absolutely pretty much consistent throughout their whole career.
Yeah, they've just been
one of the few.
How many likes have we got? Semris, that's Steve's folk.
Nice.
Because I've had him on here as well way before he moved to the land down under. And we got 2 viewers.
Cool.
But I'll class that as 2,000. I'm joking.
Let's pretend.
We'll pretend. But yeah, this shop, I was going to say as well, is a safe haven.
A safe haven
for us. Obviously, we had that debacle with one idiot. We're not going to get into that, but he wouldn't even steal a can of Lynx.
No, he wouldn't.
But that's all been sorted now. You've probably seen that on your page, you sharing it and everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't tolerate that here.
No.
And I'm always drank this beer and I've got to get on the Hanneman juice.
Nice.
I don't know why I keep calling Hanneman juice.
Because
Jeff.
When's
the first time you saw Slayer?
First time I saw Slayer was 1990 on the
Season of the Abyss.
It was Seasons of the Abyss, but it was on the Clash of the Titans tour.
Oh bloody hell! That's a legendary tour
with Megadeth, Testament, and Suicidal Tendencies, and it was at Wembley Arena. And I actually know it cost £12.50.
Nowadays, it'll cost a lot more.
It'll cost a bit more now. And then I saw them later on that year do their own. I saw them twice later on that year at Hammersmith Odeon, which is now the Apollo. And
yeah, mine's Hammersmith.
Yeah, they were touring Seasons of the Abyss.
Cracking out.
And they played 2 shows, and I went to both. Because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? If it was me back then, I'm like, yeah, I'll just get everything.
Why wouldn't you?
Just get everything. But then back then, obviously, internet, you can find out about all these gigs. Back then, I don't know how you would have found out magazines.
It was waiting for Kerrang to come out every Wednesday.
Oh, Kerrang every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So every single Wednesday you find out, oh, there's this
come
gig.
out,
Then you had to phone up for a ticket.
phone up, find somebody that had a credit card, or you used to have to travel into London to go to a ticket office, or send off a check in the post.
Dude, because I remember the Bristol ticket shop here. Anyone from Bristol? Who remembers the Bristol ticket shop? Because I bought a lot of tickets from there. Because I still bought tickets.
It's sad they've gone, actually.
Yeah, because I bought a lot of tickets from there. I still got a lot of those in my book, like Trivium, which was signed by Trivium.
Yeah.
All the Trivium lot. And then
yeah,
autograph stuff. I got a drum skin signed by all Lamb of God.
Nice.
Because me and my mate Chris, who I went with, went outside for ages with a bunch of other people. They didn't come out, which was fair because they've been on tour for weeks. Guy came out, drum skins, gave him to us. Yeah, I'll accept this. And obviously, mention again, Better Andy.
Yeah.
Who's very chill. he just seemed very chill when I walked in.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
You know, he's a happy chappy.
He's a happy chappy.
It's a joke. If you don't get, you got. No, we're not going to get into that.
Don't go there.
But to those who have tuned in so far and liked and reacted, cheers to all you crazy metal maniacs and whoever else decided to tune in. Because don't know why you want to see my face. I'm not going. No, not you.
People laughing outside.
I never get this noise at my house.
No.
Wait, this is not my house.
Second home.
That is one of my homes. Griffin in this place.
Yeah.
As well as certain festivals because we go to a festival like Bloodstock. So that's not a home when I can just cool, I'll just chill out with a beer and go watch a band.
Yeah. Nice.
Which pretty easy. Okay, Dead Space Chin Music has said something.
What have they said?
What have you said? Yes, we bought a lot of tickets from the Bristol ticket shop. Used to print them out for you there. Yes, they did.
They did.
They used to just print them out there. And I usually just buy a ticket there and I can't remember which band it was. It's like, here you go.
Do you remember you always used to get the listing sheet as well?
Yeah.
That would have all the gigs listed on.
All the gigs.
How handy was that?
That was the most handiest thing ever.
It was the handiest thing ever.
But now there's people younger than both of us who are like, oh, you just buy it online. Do you remember? Say, I remember tickets. Say, what's a ticket?
It's a shame because there's nothing to look back on. You know, you've got no sort of souvenir of the event.
That's why I got a book.
I got a book.
It was a little photo album, but it was all my tickets. And I just look, and I remember when Bloodstock did paper tickets. Now it's you buy it, and now it's a e-ticket.
Oh, okay.
Well, it saves me having to try and save the paper one to put in my booklet because it'll just get crumpled up. But then I missed the feel of a paper ticket. And I just looked at your wall of bands, and I was looking at the latest one,
No, they did their album launch.
Album launch here.
New album out on Season of Mist.
Season of Mist, which has all sorts of bands on it.
I think 1349.
1349. I think Highlands on there as well.
Yeah,
you know, not metal.
They are.
Not metal, but they're on it.
Who else? There's quite a few.
Don't want to get my phone out; it's in my pocket.
Yeah, they're a good label. French label.
Yeah, because labels, there's all sorts. There's Metal Blade, Peaceville, which Autopsy, Paradise Lost, they were on it. My Dying Bride won it. Mortis Gold still on it.
Peaceville are a very good label.
Yeah, that's Hammy who owns the label. Never met the man. I'd like to.
No. It comes from the punk scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I think he started with punk bands and then he started getting all the metal bands
Yeah.
in. Same with Earache, he started getting punk bands in.
Yeah.
First band he had on was Napalm Death.
First band on Earache was The Accused.
The Accused even. But I think like in terms of like hardcore heaviness would have been Napalm Death.
Yeah, I think the first three releases were The Accused, might have been The Filthy Christians.
Filthy Christians. It's probably something like that.
Then Scum was the third release.
Scum 1987.
On Earache, yeah.
Yeah, because the first time I heard Napalm Death, it was like a later song. Then I was like, all right, let's go back. How far do they go back? They go back to like 1981.
Yeah.
And then
no original members anymore.
No original members anymore because it's not.
In fact, there hasn't been any original members for
good 40 odd years now.
Well, since Mick Harris left.
Yeah, because the drummer they had before Mick was a man named Miles Ratledge or Rat.
Yeah.
And there's Nick Bullen on bass and vocals.
And got Justin.
Yeah, Justin was on guitar. Then Miles left, and then they got Mick.
Yeah.
And it was them for a good couple of years.
Mm.
And then Justin left, the joint headed David.
Yep.
And then obviously Nick went straight to vocals. Then they got Jim from Doom, and he joined Prophecy of Doom sometime after that.
Yeah.
Who remembers Prophecy of Doom? Anyone out there for you old school metalers?
They were a Peaceville band.
They were Peaceville band, yeah. Yeah, because I went and saw a band called Pray for Prey. I had a chat with vocals, and at the time I thought, okay, cool, got just vocals for the band. And I looked him up. It was the guy from Prophecy of Doom, and I was like, oh, could have talked about the band.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll know for next time.
Next time.
But so yeah, Jim Whitey or whatever his last name was, and then obviously Nick left because he thought, yeah, I've had enough, because he went to university. Because if you watch the DVD on the Scum re-release, which is just Mick Harris talking about Scum and Malcolm, the music journalist, I can't remember his name.
Malcolm Dome.
That's the one. He obviously now another pivotal icon we've lost as well.
Yeah,
because he just covered a lot of this stuff. Had more knowledge than I did.
Yeah, it's fair to say though that most journalists back then thought, probably including Malcolm, thought that Napalm was shit.
Well, not Malcolm, he thought they were great.
Yeah, it's amazing how the press change their minds when someone becomes famous.
Because with me, for my channel, I was like, I have nothing but praise for all the bands I listen to.
Mm.
I'll let people know if I don't like a band. And there's quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of bands that I'm, well, obviously you're saying with Super Bowl, Candlemass, Paradise Lost, Entombed, Iron Maiden, Solstice of Fear, Anthrax, Municipal Waste.
Yeah.
For anyone who's not a fan of Municipal Waste, what's wrong with you?
They're going to fuck you up.
That's it. They're going to flub a W.
Lovely men.
Yeah, Ryder's awesome. But yeah, like, obviously, talking about those sorts of bands, Napalm Death. Obviously, people were, oh, it's just noise.
Mm.
But I remember watching an interview when they were in the Netherlands in 1990, is when they had Bonnie in the band and Jesse joined.
Yeah, Napalm really broke through on the back of a BBC documentary.
Yeah.
Back in '88.
Yeah, because it was them. Because I know what John Wayne's talking about, because it was them and Slayer.
Them and Slayer, they did special features on.
They did something in '89, which had Elvira
on them and Slayer, but the year before that there was an hour-long documentary that just documented the history of heavy metal, and it's still really, really good and worth a watch.
And Napalm Death was there,
and that had Sabbath and Iron Maiden,
Metallica. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Metallica, Hammersmith, Slayer. Who else is on it? Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, all sorts of bands are on it. That's a really, really good little documentary. And Napalm Death were at the end of it. And Napalm Death, that really helped kickstart them to a degree to become, to break through into the metal mainstream.
Yeah, the mainstream.
Because they were very much still very on the underground and more so the UK hardcore underground. At that point, as opposed to the metal underground.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because the other one I'm on about it was Elvira.
Yeah,
Mistress of the Night. Everyone will know Elvira. If not, then look her up.
She's still going.
She's still going, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, she's lovely. She talked about it was Slayer, and then after that segment, it was Napalm Death playing some venue in London. It might have been the Marquee.
No, it was
them in Extreme Noise Terror. I know which.
I think it was it was called the ULU, the ULU.
Yeah, because it was them in Extreme Noise Terror.
Yeah. I know they were interviewed in Mick Harris's bedroom.
Yes, when he was still living with his parents.
Yeah. Because
he had posters of bands and horror films.
The same posters that can be seen on the back of the Defecation album.
Exactly, yeah.
So
because it was him and Mitch Harris.
Yeah.
He's not doing live stuff in Napalm, but he's still doing studio stuff.
Yeah.
And I've actually met him as well.
He seems like a nice chap.
He's quite chilled.
Oh.
I haven't met Mick though, but
I've not met Mick.
But if I do, cool. If not,
he's still supposed to be
He's still doing Scorn.
Quite frantic.
He's still doing Scorn, but it's not him doing drums and Nick because Nick.
No,
did
Scorn are a great band actually.
Yeah,
Scorn were one of the first bands to really sort of come through from a more electronic side.
Yeah, because I got their first album on CD and vinyl.
Vice Solace.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because before the shop opened, it was the record shop up there.
Yeah, he's got a copy up there actually of
Yeah,
Vice Solace on
yeah,
vinyl, which
I had because I bought the vinyl and the CD on the same.
which I need to go and get off him.
I've
told him to hold it, and I haven't been up there in months to get it.
Yeah, because I played the vinyl a while back, and it still holds up.
Good. It's great.
But yeah, now it's just Mick doing all the electronic stuff on his little laptop.
Yeah,
which a lot of us use in our daily lives. Because I use a laptop for this stuff.
There's one there.
Yeah, it's that one. Why are you there, laptop? Have I had any more likes and shit? Try not to swear. No.
Don't swear, your mum might be watching.
Oh god, my mum's heard me swear too many times. I've heard my mum swear as well.
I was going to say, haven't we all? But I haven't heard your mum's swear.
No, and we've all heard our parents
all heard
swear.
Our mums swear.
I heard my dad swear all the flipping time.
Really?
But that's him. But that's it now, and just a note on that. My dad will be 60 this year.
God, not far behind.
60 years old. But thanks to those who have tuned in. I've only had, most chats I've had, I've been from Dead Space Chamber Music. Do check them out if you like really atmospheric music. I never know how to class their music. It's just very atmospheric.
It's probably quite good that it can't be classed.
It can't be classed. It's just, I'll just say it's atmospheric music.
Yeah.
It puts you in a good, relaxed trance state.
They're a little bit of a Bristol institution, aren't they?
Yeah, because I was meant to see him at Griffiths, but then I missed the set because I was downstairs chatting to people, but I did see him here.
Yes, they've played here a few times actually.
And they're a great bunch.
They've done just one or two little acoustic things.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And they've actually played here. I think I can't remember because I wasn't actually here that night, but
no.
I think they've played here as a full band. No, yes, they have. They played here
as
a
full band
twice.
Yeah, because I saw them before the main event at the Griffin.
Yeah, because they recorded.
They called it
a session here.
Yes, there's been two bands that have done that.
And then they had a secret gig here as support for someone else who escapes me at this point. Yeah,
because you've had two bands, two sets of them, and Diaz Holocaustum.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of a christening for the shop.
Just christen the shop.
Christen the shop. We'd only been open
some Death Rush.
Yeah, a few weeks. And I asked Rob, who was the singer bass player at the time.
Yeah. Good old Robin.
If they'd come in and just play a few songs.
Yeah,
and they did.
Yeah, because I had that lineup on the chat day with my second one.
Yes.
Because before them it was David Gregor from Mortiscold.
Yeah.
And got them meeting at UK Death Fest.
Yeah.
Just gave me a big hug.
Yeah.
Because he's a cool guy.
Yeah. They're a great band. Great Bristol band.
Yeah, there's whole costume.
I haven't seen
no, I was just going to pick up the one bit then.
I haven't seen this guitar player called.
There's Caleb who's in Voluntas. John. I
haven't seen John in ages.
I haven't seen John in a while.
John,
he's the one who came up with the band in the first place.
If you're watching, come and see me.
John, come please.
And obviously Will and
I saw Will.
Bristol's best drummer.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah, definitely. Because I saw Will at the first heat of Metal to the Masses.
And then
recently, and Rob, he's doing very well. Oh yeah, Rob was there doing some work. Yeah, we all love Rob.
We all love Rob.
Rob, if you're watching this, we all love you.
We love you.
We all love you. If I can get the heart rate, yes, I can. Yes. I've got that credit poster. Who else have we got here? Just to do a random pick of a
random pick.
We have AC/DC. Let There Be Rock. If anyone are still into the rock. There's going to be people I was like, yeah, I still love my hard rock.
AC/DC are a very pivotal band in the history of heavy metal.
You can't go wrong with AC/DC. I keep saying that with certain bands, you can't go wrong with this band. Can you
They're so important in the. If you go back to the 80s and the birth of new wave of British heavy metal,
AC/DC.
The sounds AC/DC were making at the time really, you talk to any band back there, they were completely influenced by AC/DC.
Exactly.
AC/DC are an important band.
Yeah, because you can go to like bands of that same era, like Black Sabbath, for example, which had that very blues sound because they were a blues band before they became what they became.
Yeah.
They were called Earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were called Earth, and also it's like, oh, let's change them into something else. What can we change to? Black Sabbath. And they changed the Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that because there's a film by Mario Bava of the same name.
Yes.
An Italian film called Black Sabbath, and it stars Boris Karloff, who played the Frankenstein monster.
Is it 1931 or something?
The Black Sabbath film, 1963.
63. What was 31? What
Frankenstein monster.
I'm thinking of Nosferatu or something.
Nosferatu was 1922.
1922. Metropolis?
1927. See, very knows well those sorts of things.
Okay.
But yeah, Frankenstein was 31.
Okay.
Same year as Dracula with Bela Lugosi. There's that song, Bela Lugosi's dead. No, he's dead. He's been dead since 1956.
Yeah. Good off, something.
I love those films. But I mean, again, metal fans love horror films, but all metal fans are like, oh, I don't particularly love horror. It's like,
there's a lot of crossover.
What? Yeah, there's a lot of crossover between metal and horror. But then when I listen to death metal bands, they always go into the horror section. Like, for example, Mortician. And
Mortician are a great band.
No, great.
Darkest Day of Horror.
Darkest Day of Horror. Hacked Up for Barbecue. There's Mortal Massacre. Which I got that. Got Hacked Up for Barbecue. Zombie.
You got hacked up for barbecue, personally.
Yeah.
Somebody hacked you up.
Someone hacked me up, and somehow I'm still here. I don't get it. I really don't get that. Well, that was their debut album from '96. That album will be nearly 30 years old in 2026. But it's 2023, so it's only 20 something. I don't know. But I don't know, because I've been trying to get Will on here as well.
Okay.
Or Roger, any of those two, because they're like the main two guys from Mortician.
Yep.
Well, saying that, John McEntee from Incantation. That's good.
Okay.
Why am I blacking?
He seems very nice.
Yeah, he was in Mortician, so he knows Will personally.
Excuse me a minute.
I was going to go for a beer. I thought I was going for a piss break. And I'll keep chatting. To those who have tuned in, I might need a piss break in a minute when he gets back. Thanks again for tuning in. It means a lot. I haven't had a lot to eat today, so I might be a bit tipsy. That's nothing new. But thanks to those who have liked, reacted, and love reacted. I still haven't got that elusive haha reaction yet, but maybe one day. But yeah, this is Black City Records. There's a banner somewhere which I'll get up and show you if I can. There it is. We have the Black City Records banner, which he takes with him when he does his travel shopping store, this travel store in Birmingham
and Cumbria.
For what was it? Cumbria over Dartmouth or whatever it was.
Darkness over Cumbria.
No, Dartmouth over Cumbria. Oh, I was half right.
Sorry, I was cold.
I'm surprised you're not cold. But yeah, what made you want to do the stalls in Birmingham and Cumbria?
Just getting the name out, really. So yeah, it was just a bit of promotion when we first started. We don't do any paid promotion whatsoever. So it's just a way of spreading the word, really. And
that's a good way.
And it was good to we know Paul, who puts on Cumbria, and then there's the guys from Necro in Birmingham. So I've become just very good friends with them all, and it's been lovely.
Yeah, definitely.
And actually, if you haven't been to Cumbria, you should go to.
I want to go to that,
to the Blackwood.
If I can find time to do that. Probably do the October one if it's still.
It's the perfect setting for a black metal festival.
Because I remember you were meant to do another festival called Birmingham.
Yes. No, I had to pull that for some reason. I can't remember why.
Whatever reason. There was a reason.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year or next year.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do too many festivals this year.
Just pick what festivals you're going to do.
They're very, very tiring.
Don't do too many.
They're very time consuming. You don't really see that many bands, but
not particularly.
So yeah, it's just going to try and maybe focus on Bristol a bit more this year.
Yeah, because it's
and try and get people here.
It's easier, and
we've got lots of good things going on. We've got some great gigs coming up at the Griff.
Oh yes.
So yeah, try and bring people to the Metal Quarter rather than travelling further afield.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes.
We definitely need to spread the word a little bit more.
Yeah, we've got a good scene here, and I think people just need to just come out a bit more and support them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, anyone who outside of Bristol needs someone to go in your metalhead.
We do get people come from afar.
From afar,
which is good. We get people come over from London and Birmingham and Wales and all sorts of places. They come and visit. Where's
the furthest you've had someone come from?
The Falkland Islands.
Jeez, the Falklands.
Mm.
Well, there you go.
We've had people come from the Falklands. We've had people come from America, from Sweden, from France, Germany, Norway, Ireland. All sorts.
Yeah, because there's people that buy stuff from those places and you ship them off.
Yeah, we ship them off, but sometimes people either visit us on their travels or make a little bit of a holiday around going to certain places, and we're very blessed to be one of those places.
Yeah, that's amazing because I'm going to, where am I going? End of September, I'm going to Iceland. And I managed to find a record shop there because someone I met at the end of last year, she went to Iceland recently and she found a record shop.
Cool.
This is from Leon, who I was in Herbicidal with. I think people do support the scene, but it's tough times financially. Yep, for everyone. And sadly, that means sales of music stuff goes down.
Yeah.
Which is totally true.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Leon's liked it. Cool.
It's sad that when times are tough, first thing that people that has to go is people's enjoyment to a degree. And that's
to an extent, yeah.
Yeah, it's really crappy, and that's whether that's going to gigs or the pub or whatever.
Yo, dudes.
Yo.
Yeah, all financially, because like I said, my last gig this week is
hopefully
Dawn Raid.
Hopefully we'll get through it all.
Oh yeah.
And in a few years, everyone will be better off. And
it'll be much better off.
Yeah.
But I was just checking the time. We got there's 58 minutes and something seconds now. But because we will be wrapping up at some point because we got things to do.
Stuff to do.
You got a lovely lady.
I have the loveliest lady.
Loveliest lady. She is absolutely lovely. And a strapping young lad. Great band as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing Devon 2 weeks from now at the O2.
Is that down the road?
Down the road.
We should try and get him to come here.
I could probably message him and see what he says. because he might be like, oh yeah, that guy. So
Give it a go.
just come to Black City Records.
Let's give it a go.
If you don't want to come to Black City, please come to Black City Records. All right, I got 7 reactions altogether. So have I got? No, just a. No. I thought I had another reaction. Oh, no one's loving us.
I think everyone loves you.
I know. I don't know what it is.
It's so cuddly.
Again, the cuddly. All right. Someone's.
Who's coming?
Who says that? And
I am lovely.
I am lovely. I haven't met you, but I guess you are.
That's my lovely lady.
No, it's your lovely lady. And hey, you are lovely, of course.
She is. She's the loveliest.
I was trying to think, who is that? I know this person.
She says that you give the best hugs.
I do. Because I had one mate, she was upset about something. It was at a community theatre meet up, and she was upset about something. I just gave her and like, oh, you give me good hugs. Oh, right. What's Dead Space Chamber music said? And yeah, Anna, I have met you before. Just trying to picture you. Shush. All right. Oh, cool. We are an hour in.
Hour. We can go for a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. Yeah. Even though I do really need to take a piss.
Do you?
Yes. And I feel like I can't leave because I'm the host.
Why don't you do that, and I'll do like a little pan around the shop.
Oh, that'd be amazing. If no one has been to the shop yet, maybe you can do this. Well, I'll come back. And I'm back again. But yeah, there's the band wall. Did you shut the Randy on? Randy is. There we go. Got old Randy Blythe.
I don't think anyone heard that.
No,
but I might be wrong.
What's that? Far too bright in there. It's like you do give the best hugs. I'm never upset, but I like them anyway. Love it. Far too bright in there. I know. It's too bright in it. Have we got any more light? Any more light? No, it's just the 2 same love reactions. Oh well. Never mind. Oh, oof. Dead Space Chamber Music has said something. Question for David. Oh, we never had one. Is there anything in the shop you would never sell? Oh, is there anything you wouldn't sell? I've been with, yeah. Well, I also asked that same one as well. Is there anything in the shop you never ever sell?
Probably 1 or 2 things.
Can you name one of them? Because there's usually something that people would never sell. There's things in my collection I won't sell, and one of them is the carbonized album that I bought from here.
Okay, I have a picture on the wall.
Which one?
Which was done by my friend Jack.
Oh, it's at the
yeah,
the demon,
the demon face.
Yeah, don't get that.
And he gave that to me the day that we opened.
Nice. That's something.
And that was the first.
Never get.
And that was the first time that I'd ever met him. And I thought it was a really lovely thing to do, and I've since become very good friends with him.
Yeah.
Like really good friends with him.
Good.
So yeah, I would probably never sell that.
No. And I'm just looking at the Euronymous one. Don't get rid of that.
No, that's that's a little special piece.
If you did show that when you're doing the panning.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Euronymous letter thing.
Yeah, there's a few things that we've been given as gifts by people. I'll probably never sell.
No.
I'll probably never sell my little original Skeletor either, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the Skeletor. I had turned you into a bookcase.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, the He-Man series was way before my time. That was like 1980s.
It was the 80s.
Yeah, I wasn't around then.
Early 80s.
I'm a 90s kid.
But yeah, so yeah, there's a few things.
There's a few things. Obviously, we got to mention our good buddy Jake Metal Isles.
Yeah, I've got Metal. Yeah,
who we,
yeah,
if you have been seeing, he passed away last year. It
shook.
broke a lot of us our hearts. It shook us to the core.
Shook the metal scene in Bristol.
And I don't care how cold it is tomorrow. I'm wearing my shirt at Dawn Raid tomorrow.
He was great. He was a great dude. Actually, he used to come in all the time.
If you ever met him in person,
so Jake was in.
It's just really cool. Body Harvest.
Body Harvest is what people remember.
We went from Body Harvest, and then he was in Blaspheme for a while, and then he formed Cybervoid, which is more the industrial stuff, which he was really into.
Yeah, he loved it.
He loved Fear Factory, Godflesh, Ministry, bands like that. But he played in death metal bands, black metal bands.
He was always happy. He always had a smile.
Always had a smile on his face.
Always had a smile.
Because first band I ever saw him in was Hate Mechanism, which was Russ Barron. Russ Barron's in that band as well.
Yeah, he'll be sadly missed.
He'll be sadly missed.
He is sadly missed.
He is sadly, because he only died a year ago nearly.
That was, it was just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas. And obviously we had a nice gathering for him at the Griffin.
Yeah.
And obviously before that, the anniversary show, memorial show.
Yeah.
Memorial show for him as well, which I'm gonna admit I did cry because you had to comfort me at one point.
Yeah, it was it was an emotional night for sure.
I had a couple of people come for me.
And big up to Blaspheme for pulling it out of the bag. Matt in particular,
who did acoustic set here as well.
Yeah, he
because he had his one-man project, but he had to stop halfway through because he got emotional.
Yeah, it was like that was some music that him and Jake had been working on.
That makes sense.
So
thought it was because the bass that he had in the background sounded like something Jake would have recorded.
It was kind of like Thorns.
Sounded
like Thorns. It was very sort of industrial black metal.
Industrial black metal.
Like, sounded really fucking good actually. So
industrial works for anything.
Yeah,
but no, just in the t-shirt because I remember I said, "Oh, well, I cut the sleeves off of mine, and you cut the sleeves off of that one." Because if anyone met Jake, every time you see him, no sleeves.
No matter what the weather.
No matter what the weather. You wear sleeves no matter what the weather. You wear winter, spring, obviously summer because that's the best time to wear them. Autumn. But the last time I saw him actually was Damnation Fest.
I saw him.
We were both watching Godflesh doing Street Cleaner in his entirety, and it was amazing.
I saw him about 2 weeks before. A week, 10 days before. He came in to buy Dope Throne by Electric Wizard.
Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic album.
He messaged me when I put it up online and said,
so, can I get it?
Yeah, so I wanted to save that for me.
Say, hey, Baba, I want it. So, yeah, get me. That was one of his catchphrases. Yeah, Baba.
Fine taste. Great album.
And also, so how much is it? This? Oh, shocking. He would have said shocking. But, yeah, no, the teacher's over there, so we miss you, buddy. Love you too.
Yeah.
We love you too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously his name's he put his bands up here, Cybervoid.
Yeah, so and Body Harvest.
Body Harvest.
As well, actually. So.
Yeah, just looking at the name and get each of them. Like Employed to Serve, just looking at them again, actually, just myself. Hellfected.
Yeah, Employed to Serve coming back to town later in the year, aren't they?
November. So I might do that before Damnation Fest starts because I'm going to Damnation because it's actually on my birthday this year.
You should try and get those guys on.
Yes, because I know Sammy.
Sammy's a good guy.
I know Sammy and his wife.
Justine.
Yeah, she's lovely. Yeah. Was that a question for both Jake and David, do you have any standout Griffin memories? Ooh,
I think the thing with going to the Griffin is that you don't have a memory.
Don't have
afterwards,
memory.
isn't it?
not really. Memories for me is just meeting new people. One of them for me was when I did a gig with Herb Asylum in 2019. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Because my band was the headliner, not the opener. The band that opened for us was Doomicidal
Yeah.
from Bath.
Yeah.
And these guys were like well into their late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought, no, you can't do that. We're open for you.
Mm.
But then we didn't have anything to release. We didn't have any T-shirts. We had no stickers, nothing. But yeah, they opened for us. So that's a good memory.
Yeah.
And just seeing band-wise, a good memory. Band-wise, Defeated Sanity from Germany.
Yeah.
They played there.
Seen some great bands up there.
Sanguisuga, that's a recent memory I have.
I think one of the best bands I've seen up there was going back to Devastator again.
Oh, Devastator.
The first time I saw Devastator, they just absolutely.
No, I saw it the first time, and I just got completely blown away by it.
It was a December, I think. It was just
Yeah.
before Christmas, and now they're good friends.
Yeah,
which
they're
is nice.
awesome.
And they're going to make something of themselves. They're going to be remembered. That band, they're brilliant.
Okay. Yeah, Mark G with a C, who I've been trying to get on the chat as well, but obviously work-wise, you might know his band Enchantment. Definitely. Yes. He's the guitarist. He's one of the guitarists.
Yeah, thank you to Mark G with a C. They were
because their new album's here.
They were super supportive after we got broken into. So
yeah,
thank you guys.
Mark, thanks for that, Mark.
Really appreciate.
Because obviously I mentioned the album.
Yeah.
On Instagram, him and whoever runs the band page.
Yeah.
Liked the post.
No, they were great. They sent us some bits, and it was really, really sweet.
Because I was on Ken's Death Metal Crips Metal YouTube Appreciation Night 2 years ago.
Mm.
It was me, Liam, the Death Doom Metalhead, and him.
Cool.
But Mark, thank you very much for all the support for the shop.
We've got your shirt hanging up over there.
Yeah.
We should give them a shout.
Where is it?
Go
find it. Well, yeah, we got your shirt in there, Mark. No, thanks for tuning in, Mark. I still need to get you on the chat. Just private message me. He's just finding it. No, I just saw Cryptopsy. He's not in Cryptopsy. Still a great band though. There we go. Enchantment. That album is absolutely amazing. One of my favourites from last year. Absolutely fantastic album.
Yeah.
I'll go to Mark's first. Was it out of pleasure? Yeah, Mark, definitely. Thanks for that, Mark. Because obviously their first album was from 93 or something. 92, 93? No, 93. What did I say?
Joe snorting Watsits off the bar and Dave making us all kneel down on the floor because he was going to make an announcement and have to go.
Oh, God, she remembers more than you do.
That was a very, very drunken night. I think we'd been to see. Oh my God, it must have been Hailstorm or something.
Yeah, last time was Hailstorm was 2 years ago.
It was
with my mate Chris.
Yeah, it was a crazy night that involved a bit of a lock-in, and yeah.
Oh, I've been in a few lock-ins with at the Griff.
Yeah, and I made everyone kneel down because I had a big announcement to make, and I completely forgot what it was.
So here's my announcement.
I still can't remember.
Shit. That's shocking. Can't remember what it is. But yeah, Mark. Yeah, no, thanks for supporting this shop in Bristol. Because are you still living it? Because your band's based in Blackpool, and Enchantment's Blackpool.
I know Blackpool very well. I go there every year.
Yeah.
For the
Enchantment's from Blackpool.
The Rebellion Festival.
Yes.
Which is a punk festival.
Yeah, Enchantment's from Blackpool.
Yeah.
Because they got a long sleeve out and it says on the back Blackpool Death Doom, which I've been meaning to get, but it might be sold out of my size, which is XL. But no, Mark, thanks for the support. It means a lot. Hopefully you guys play Bristol.
Yeah, it'd be good to see them down.
It'll be cool to see Enchantment actually play because
Yeah.
Liam mentioned him on the chat and he linked me their first album on YouTube because he's in a band called Consecration.
Yep.
So I've had Liam on. I just need to get Mark on. Mark G with a C. Mark Gibson. That's it. That's his name.
There you go.
That's his name. I was going to call him Mark Gibbons or Gabber. I don't know.
Well, Gabba.
Gabber. Oh, Gibbs. No, I can't do that. But yeah, we've been on here for 1 hour and 15. Wow.
Let's go to 1:30.
Let's get to 1:30 and then we'll be done. Any closing remarks and anything. But
Cool.
What else have we got? Looking at books here in the skull.
Yeah, we do books. We primarily get our books from
Cult
Never Dies,
Cult Never Dies.
who are a fine publisher.
I promise I'll find the time. Yeah, no, don't worry. But whenever you can get time is not no rush. And what's Anna said? Really? To whatever we were talking about before. But whenever Mark can get on. Because he's got work, he's got a family. Unlike myself, I don't have that. I've got work, but I don't have family. Family wise, dad, mum, all that stuff. But yeah, Cult Never Dies because I got the finished book, which I bought before to do a pre-order with the t-shirt.
Yes.
And then I also bought finished death metal. Rotting Waste and Misery, the history of finished death metal.
Yeah, we do stock that. We don't have it at the moment, but I need to do a big stock up of books.
And also the Dutch death metal book, which I got, which I still need to read. But obviously, I had this today. I got Dawn Read tomorrow, and I got my radio show on Saturday, which is not Jake's Metal Chat. It's called Jake's Metal Sessions. What has on it? Metal Family, Jake. Yes, I have a metal family as well.
Oh.
And family,
we are a metal.
We are a metal family, even though we get on each other's nerves.
But we all love each other.
But we all love each other because obviously, like I mentioned, my mate Chris, we've gone to so many gigs with him. He's a massive Devin Townsend fan. Is a dad. So
yeah, I saw him ploughing his way through the pit to
massive Afro.
To municipal.
Yeah, that's
waste.
him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Because he lifted me up a couple of times. I thought,
I saw you plough through the pit of municipal.
Yeah. I literally just saw you and Jack. I thought, I haven't got time to say hello. Get through.
Me and Jack were just hanging out.
Yeah. You, Jack, probably just was like,
there goes Jake.
Oh, he's rude. Didn't say hello. So, what's municipal waste? Municipal waste on. I can't get in.
You look like a man on a mission.
I was a man on a mission. I had to get in the pit. Again. Yeah. And then obviously got knocked in the chin by someone and then got a cut there. Might have that there for a long while because it looks like a big fucking scar.
I had a tooth knocked out once.
I thought I had a tooth knocked out, but then I looked and I was like, no, that's just covered in blood. First pit injury as well.
Wow.
Never had a pit injury until the age I am now, which is 31. I've lasted that long.
You've done well.
I only got bruises and maybe a mild concussion. What has Mark said? Hats off to you guys at Black City Rex. What are you? What you're doing for the scene in the UK is brilliant, and may it continue.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. That means quite a lot.
There's not many. There's us, and there's Crypto the Wizard in London,
which I still need to go to.
They're absolutely. I was over there.
Yeah, because you got a long sleeve in this.
Yeah, I was over there about 2 months ago. They're absolutely lovely. There's a bookshop in the Wirral, on the Wirral. That also sells vinyl as well, but that's more of a sort of heavy metal culture kind of place. But as far as kind of record shops go, I think it's just us and Crypt.
Yeah, just so we've got us in Bristol and
Crypt in
London.
Yeah.
Birmingham wise, well, when he's there,
Scruffy's.
Which I still need to actually come down and be like,
Yeah.
dude, I'll come help.
Yeah, well, I will be up at Scruffy's for a residency, definitely at some point.
We don't know dates yet.
At least once this year.
We don't have no dates yet.
But yeah, I think there's work going on at Scruffy's at the moment.
Maybe.
I think they're having
Who
a bit of a
knows?
refurb
Who
anyway.
knows?
So.
But whenever it is, like late this year,
yeah,
I may join you.
Yeah,
if you need the help.
But so yeah,
depending if I got band shit.
So yeah, we just try and between us and the Crypt, I think we just try and promote and support heavy metal, really.
Is it?
And just keep it.
I'm going to
keep it going, and
I'm going to support the.
Yeah,
we're going to support this music until
there's there was many years when there was no heavy metal record shops in the UK. And,
none.
And now that we've got us and those guys, I think we should we should be thankful for it. And
exactly.
It just shows how strong the scene is.
Yeah, because I remember one year there was rarely any like big gigs in Bristol. That might have been 2012.
Bristol scene's picking up.
Yeah. So have we got more love reactions? My mate Charlotte, part of my pagan group here in Bristol.
I know Charlotte.
Yeah, because I saw a picture a while back because she was in here with her husband
Martin.
My mate Jordan, who's Jordan Spider.
Yeah,
Jordan's mum. I thought, I was out that day with a different lot of people. Shocking. Katie, hello. So we got 3 on each one's on Facebook and YouTube. I should just do this exclusively for YouTube.
Nice.
I usually do Twitch, but I haven't reconnected it onto StreamYard.
Okay. And
Twitch is mainly for like gamers, which I need to stop doing.
Yeah.
What are we on now? 1 minute. What 1 minute? 1 hour 21 minutes.
Okay.
So get to the 1:30 mark and then we'll be done because he needs to get home.
I need to get home.
And I need to get home and make some food.
Have my dinner.
I need food. Who? Okay, Katie says something. Hey man, never give up. I won't. I know when I give up because I'll have no drive. But I was going to say, like, I'm going to be supporting metal till I'm no longer here.
Well, it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
It's a lifestyle. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, you get into this music. It's a phase. No, not for me, it isn't. But all those who've got into the metal scene is like, oh yeah, I was into metal for a little bit. Okay, that's fair enough. What made you not want to be in the metal scene anymore? And they're like, if they say it's like, it just wasn't for me. It's like, okay, that's fair enough.
I think to some people, it just means a lot more. And some people adopt it as a way of life.
Yeah, it means a lot to me.
As opposed to just something to listen to.
Lol, metal till the end of days.
Damn
Yes. Metal to the end of days. All right, so have we got another reaction? Nope. But no, 9 altogether. That's what it is. Mark. Once a metalhead, always a metalhead. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've been a metalhead since I was 11.
11.
Yeah. I'm 31 now.
I was 14. Although I got into rock music probably around the age of 12.
Yeah, rock music for me was like 9. No, maybe earlier than that.
My very first band.
Queen.
My very first band was Marillion.
Me would have been Queen.
And I always credit Marillion as being the band that put me on the path to discovering guitar and distorted guitar music. So it probably made the transition to metal easier and more palatable.
Yeah, because I got into metal a bit later on, but I got into rock music when I was younger. So Queen, because of my mum. It's all rock music.
It's all rock.
But then I heard all the horrible, shocking pop stuff, like, Westlife and things like that.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that anymore. If there's people out there still doing it, stop it. Stop it. Listen to Queen. They're amazing.
Right.
What has I need to visit the shop one of the days. Never been. Haha. Yes, come.
Yes.
What have you said here? Alice Cooper got me into the scene from a young age. That's a good start.
Yeah, Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper again. He's somebody that's very
Marillion is a very good shout, David.
Oh, mate.
Say this is someone you can chat to about this. Marillion. The name has been mentioned when I've heard someone talk about bands.
Fish era Marillion. Fish was a singer for people that don't know that.
All right, Mark will know that.
Yeah.
Because he'll be around your same age.
Yeah, their live album, Real to Real. That was the one for me.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, I know what you said. I know it. I thought you did a new one. But yeah, it's just the music's been evolving. I don't know what it's going to be like in like 10, 20 years time. But what's your current state on the metal scene? Just to ask one question like that again.
It's healthy.
It's healthy. Yeah.
There's lots of stuff. There's probably not as much. There is still innovation, when you get bands like Blood Incantation.
Blood Incantation, absolutely amazing. Saw them last year in London, incredible.
Bell Witch,
that
kind of stuff. There's still stuff going on. I don't think we'll get the levels of innovation that we did, probably because it's all already happened.
Exactly.
If you think about the 1980s, you had the new wave of British heavy metal,
like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest,
the birth of thrash,
birth
of death, the birth of black, the birth of grindcore.
There's obviously let's not forget doom metal.
Yeah, so all of that happened within that sort of period.
It's just what's case it never heard. Haha. I'm 27, so still a youngster.
I presume we're talking about Marillion.
Marillion, yeah. You're 27.
You should check out.
I remember being 27. Yeah, I'll check out Marillion.
If anyone's if anyone's into the likes of sort of
all these comments are going to still be up.
Proggy kind of.
Don't want a bit of prog.
Debbie Townsendy kind of things.
You love Devin Townsend, yeah.
Early Marillion.
What's Mark said? Fish was an amazing lyricist.
Do you know what? He was, that's really interesting. It says that. When I listen back to some of their lyrics, Fish wrote a lot of his lyrics in his very early 20s, and they're absolutely fantastic. Just some of the things that he was singing about.
I'm guessing that was a nickname for him?
Yes.
That was his actual name. For God, he must have some really eccentric parents.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, the lead was out. My partner does slam vocals in Dawn of. I think I know that band.
I like my black stuff more.
Black metal, yes. Yeah, I got to check out so many out, to be honest. Yeah, because I keep checking out new bands because I started listening to a lot more black metal, because one black metal band I got over lockdown was called Cult of Fire from Czech Republic.
I know Cult of Fire,
because they're playing Cosmic Void Festival in London in September. And yes. I want to go mainly for them, because I want to try and see Dark and Nocturne Slaughter Cult.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's going to happen now. But as long as I'm going to Cosmic Void, I want to go last year because Archgate were playing. Yeah,
last year's lineup looked really good, actually. Really good.
What are we on? 1 hour 20. Yeah, we're still going. We're still going strong. Yes. He's a happy chappy.
He's a happy chappy.
You got to be here to understand what the hell me and David are on about. Well, before we end on this very long chat and very entertaining one, is there anything you want to say to these lovely people out
there? To the audience
who give me time.
No, just thank you to everyone for supporting us and keeping us going. It was a very niche, risky thing to do on the back end of lockdown. But it's just the love of the metal community, and let's just keep supporting
Just keep supporting
the scene, going out and seeing live bands, buying T-shirts, buying merch, buying physical media. Fuck the tech companies. Fuck streaming.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all about putting money in bands' pockets.
Like get records. So, just for example, get records. Like,
don't show that cover.
What? Oh no, never mind. Too late. No, this is a better one.
There you go.
St. Vitus, buy records. If that Punch and Stench one was censored, never mind. Well, I might get more people like into Punch and Stench. Anyway, well, I trust your judgment on bands change it, obviously. Okay, I've broken him. Is there a Punch and Stench record I could have shown? Probably not. No, all too graphic. But I thought that was a different one. Damn it! But no, I had Beer McGinn announcements.
Yeah.
Oh no way! We've got laughter.
Oh, God.
Bloody Punch and Stench. Take care, fellas, and keep doing what you're doing. Your passion is what? Yes.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Like City Records was such
Shoot out the darkness of lockdown. God bless you. Love you, Dead Space.
Right, and that is pretty much the end of this. Thank you for tuning in. Got him broken. and
you got your account broken.
Got my account broken probably. They've probably seen a bunch of Punch and Stench on YouTube already, so it's fine. Thank you for 7. And all 9 of you that have reacted to the videos. There will be probably now a live stream, or the next one will be a non-live stream with 2 of the members from a Danish band called Van Sind. Really good band. And they're playing War Horns in September. Yeah. Take care, lads. Thank you, Katie. And Metal Horns. And that's it from us in the Metal Chat Cavern. Can we just
thank you to you for just being an awesome integral part of the Bristol metal scene. Everyone knows you,
and I will be until
everyone loves you, and we need more people with your passion. You're a legend. Thank you.
Also, I've been listening to this music since I was a kid, so it's not going to stop anytime soon. And thank you for having this amazing shop and for being you.
Oh,
because we love David. We love David, people. Oh, stop it. Anyway, when there, because we both need to get home and make food.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Keep the metal scene alive. Keep the banner held high. And I'll see you in more future CD, vinyl, tape collection videos when I can get around to them. But for anyone who listens to radio on the internet, I have a radio show on Saturday on Top Rock Radio, if anyone's familiar with that. But, yep, see you later. Take care. And stay safe.